Hey there. Do you ever feel like life is spinning out of control, pulling you in 100 different directions at once? In our fast-paced world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and lost amidst the constant barrage of information, responsibilities, and noise. But what if we could navigate this chaos with calm and purpose, living each day with clarity and inner peace? Today, we begin a journey through 8 Stoic-inspired principles designed to help you reclaim control, find balance, and live intentionally in 2025. As we step into this exploration, imagine standing at the center of a whirlwind. All around you are the conflicting demands of work, social media, family, and the world's endless distractions. Stoic philosophy offers a steady anchor in this storm, a way to center yourself and maintain inner tranquility, no matter what external circumstances arise. It's not about shutting out the world entirely, but about cultivating a mindset that lets you engage thoughtfully, rather than react impulsively to every curveball life throws your way. In this series, we won't be offering quick fixes or empty platitudes. Instead, we'll explore timeless wisdom from the Stoics, applying it to the modern challenges we face every day. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or ignoring reality. It's about shifting our mindset to respond to adversity with resilience, focus, and grace. You'll learn how to discern what truly matters from what is merely noise, and how to build practices that safeguard your peace of mind. Throughout our journey, we'll share relatable anecdotes, practical exercises, and insightful reflections that you can incorporate into your daily routine. Whether you're new to Stoicism or looking to deepen your practice, these principles will serve as a guide helping you navigate stress, make mindful decisions, and build a life of purpose and authenticity. Before we dive into the first principle, take a moment to set an intention for what you want to gain from these discussions. What challenges are you hoping to address? What areas of your life feel most out of balance? By identifying your goals, you'll be able to connect more deeply with the Stoic teachings and apply them effectively. In today's world, we're bombarded by constant noise, endless notifications, breaking news, and the unceasing flow of social media. It feels as though the outside world is always clamoring for our attention, threatening to disrupt our calm. But Stoic wisdom teaches us that while we cannot control these external events, we have complete power over how we react to them. Imagine standing amid a storm without shelter. The winds may batter you, the rain might soak you, but you can still find a dry spot, a moment of calm within yourself, despite the elements. Similarly, you can cultivate an inner fortress of peace that remains unshaken no matter what happens around you. Why is this important? When we allow external chaos, negative news, conflicts, and constant distractions to intrude on our inner state, we lose sight of our own values, goals, and well-being. Every piece of negativity we absorb adds weight to our mental burdens, making it harder to focus on what truly matters. By learning to filter out unnecessary noise and not letting external events dictate our mood, we preserve our mental clarity and emotional resilience. How can we practice this? Set boundaries. Start by establishing boundaries with your environment. This might mean limiting social media usage, choosing specific times for checking emails, or carving out quiet moments in your day, free from digital distractions. Mindful awareness. When confronted with chaos, be it a heated debate online or a barrage of stressful news headlines, pause for a moment. Take a few deep breaths and ask yourself, do I need to engage with this right now? Does this serve my peace or distract me from what's important? This mindful pause allows you to choose a response that aligns with your values, rather than reacting impulsively. Inner reflection. Develop a habit of daily reflection, whether through meditation, journaling, or simple quiet time. Check in with yourself. Reflect on what emotions, external chaos may have stirred up, and remind yourself that you are in control of your reactions. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Create a sanctuary. Build a personal space physically or mentally where you can retreat from the noise. This could be a quiet corner in your home, a serene walk in nature, or even a mental visualization of a calm place that you can return to whenever you feel overwhelmed. Consider starting your day by setting an intention to remain calm and focused. When you encounter stressful news or negative interactions, envision yourself as a mountain, solid, unmovable, and calm, regardless of the weather around it. Over time, this practice strengthens your emotional resilience, making you less susceptible to being swept away by every new crisis or piece of gossip. By guarding your inner peace and not allowing external chaos to upset your balance, you make a powerful statement. Your tranquility is yours to control. This is the essence of Stoic calmness, finding steadiness in a world that never stops moving. In a world dominated by social media likes, public opinions, and the relentless quest for approval, it's easy to anchor our self-worth to how others perceive us. However, Stoicism teaches us that true happiness and fulfillment come from within, not from the fleeting accolades or judgments of others. Why is chasing external validation harmful? When we seek approval from others, we put our peace and confidence in a realm we cannot control. People's opinions are shaped by their own biases, fears, and experiences. Basing our self-worth on such external and variable factors leaves us vulnerable to disappointment and insecurity. Moreover, this constant pursuit can distract us from what truly matters, living authentically according to our values and aspirations. How can we break free from the need for external validation? Know your values. Clearly define what matters most to you. When your actions align with your core values and principles, validation from others becomes secondary. This inner compass guides your decisions and brings a sense of purpose that external praise cannot match. Self-reflection. Regularly take time to reflect on your thoughts and actions. Journaling or meditation can help you understand why you seek approval of him. It stems from fear or insecurity. By identifying these patterns, you can begin to dissolve their hold on you. Seek internal affirmation. Instead of waiting for others to applaud, cultivate self-acknowledgement. Celebrate your achievements, however small, and appreciate your efforts. This builds a foundation of self-confidence that isn't easily shaken by external opinions. Embrace imperfection. Accept that you cannot please everyone. As Marcus Aurelius pointed out, trying to make everyone happy is not only impossible, but also a distraction from living your life meaningfully. Recognize that criticism often says more about the critic than it does about you. Practical exercises. Pause before reacting. The next time you feel the sting of someone's judgment or a need for praise, pause and ask, does this opinion truly affect my worth? This question can diminish the emotional charge and help you shift your focus inward. Limit comparison triggers. Reduce exposure to platforms or situations where you find yourself comparing your life to others. Remember that what you see online is often a curated snapshot, not the whole story. Gratitude practice. Regularly remind yourself of your strengths and achievements. Write them down and reflect on how far you've come, independent of others' approval. By liberating yourself from the relentless chase for external validation, you reclaim your autonomy and inner peace. You become the master of your own narrative, living a life that resonates with who you truly are, rather than who others expect you to be. Don't miss the present moment. In our busy lives, it's all too common to get caught up in thoughts of the past or worries about the future. We replay old mistakes, regret lost opportunities, or imagine various future scenarios both bright and daunting. While some reflection is necessary, becoming lost in what was or what might be can cause us to overlook the richness of the here and now. Why is living in the present crucial? The present moment is the only time we truly have control over. The past has already happened, and the future is uncertain. When we constantly drift between regret and anxiety, we miss the chance to act, to enjoy, and to grow in the current moment. Stoicism teaches us to anchor ourselves in the now, because it's the foundation upon which we can build a meaningful life. How can we practice presence? Mindful awareness. Start by cultivating mindfulness. Engage fully with whatever you're doing, whether it's listening to a friend, enjoying a meal, or even walking. Notice the details, the sounds, smells, sensations without letting your mind wander to past regrets or future worries. Single tasking. Multitasking often pulls our attention in many directions and fragments our experience of the present. Focus on one task at a time. By giving your full attention to the current activity, you enhance both the quality of your work and your appreciation of the moment. Break the cycle of rumination. When you catch yourself lost in thoughts about the past or future, gently bring your focus back to the present. Techniques like deep breathing or physically grounding yourself, feeling your feet on the ground, noticing your surroundings, can help interrupt the cycle of overthinking. Gratitude for now. Each day, take a moment to appreciate something about the present, perhaps the warmth of sunlight on your skin, a smile from a stranger, or the aroma of your morning coffee. This practice reinforces the value of the now and enriches your daily experiences. Imagine you're having a conversation with a friend, but your mind keeps drifting to a past argument or an upcoming deadline. By consciously bringing yourself back to the present, you not only show respect and attention to your friend, but also deepen your connection and understanding. Over time, this habit of presence can transform how you interact with the world and how you experience life. Living in the present doesn't mean neglecting the past or failing to plan for the future. Rather, it means recognizing that your actions, decisions, and joys occur right now. By grounding yourself in the present moment, you free up mental space to deal with challenges more effectively and savor life's simple pleasures. Emotions are powerful and can often feel overwhelming. They can spur us into action or paralyze us with fear, anger, or despair. While emotions are a natural part of the human experience, Stoic wisdom encourages us not to be ruled by them. Instead, we can learn to understand and manage our feelings, using them as guides rather than masters. Why is this principle essential? When emotions control our actions, we risk making decisions we might later regret, straining relationships, or losing sight of our values. Emotions like anger, anxiety, or sadness are signals pointing to deeper concerns or unmet needs. But if left unchecked, they can cloud our judgment and disrupt our inner peace. By not letting emotions dictate our behavior, we can respond to situations with clarity, reason, and resilience. How can we practice emotional mastery? Pause and breathe. When a strong emotion arises, whether it's frustration in traffic or anxiety, before a big presentation, take a moment to pause. Deep breathing can calm the nervous system, providing space to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Observe, don't absorb. Practice observing your emotions as they come and go, without immediately acting on them. Visualize emotions as waves passing through you. They rise, crest, and then fade away. This perspective allows you to acknowledge your feelings without being consumed by them. Question your reactions. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? Is my reaction helping me or making things worse? By questioning the source and impact of your feelings, you gain insight into their underlying causes and can choose a more constructive response. Reframe situations. Sometimes, reframing how you view a challenging situation can alter your emotional response. Instead of seeing a setback as a failure, view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. This shift in perspective can reduce frustration and encourage resilience. Practical exercises. Journaling emotions at the end of each day. Write down moments when strong emotions surfaced. Note what triggered them, how you responded, and what you might do differently next time. This reflection builds awareness and reveals patterns that you can work on over time. Stoic reflection. Reflect on Stoic quotes like Marcus Aurelius, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Use this as a mantra when you feel overwhelmed. Reminding yourself of this truth can help you recenter and regain control. Role-playing. Mentally rehearse how you'll handle emotionally charged situations before they occur. Visualize staying calm and composed, acting in alignment with your values despite the intensity of the moment. Over time, this mental preparation can make real-life challenges less daunting. By choosing not to let emotions rule our actions, we reclaim our power and foster a balanced, thoughtful approach to life. Emotional mastery doesn't mean suppressing what we feel. It means understanding our emotions, responding with wisdom, and learning from every experience. In a world filled with endless noise and infinite possibilities, it's natural to accumulate concerns, overthink potential issues, and stress about things outside our control. Stoic wisdom teaches us that much of our worry is unnecessary, often about events or outcomes that are beyond our influence. By learning to let go of needless concerns, we free up mental space and emotional energy to focus on what truly matters. Why is this important? Worrying about what we don't need distracts us from the present and drains our energy. It creates anxiety over hypothetical scenarios which rarely come to pass, and it can lead to decision paralysis or a constant state of stress. Stoicism reminds us that our power lies not in controlling external events, but in how we choose to think and react to them. How can we practice letting go of unnecessary worries? Identify what's within your control. Start by distinguishing between what's within your power and what isn't. Focus your energy on actions and decisions you can influence, and practice accepting those things that you cannot change. This clear boundary helps reduce anxiety over the uncontrollable. Challenge your worries. When a worry arises, ask yourself, is this concern truly relevant or helpful? Can I do something about it right now? Often, you'll find that many worries are based on assumptions or unlikely scenarios. This reflection can diminish the weight of these concerns. Simplify your focus. Limit the scope of your attention. Instead of spreading yourself thin by worrying about multiple what-ifs, concentrate on one priority at a time. This focused approach not only reduces stress, but also enhances productivity. Practice detachment. Embrace a mindset of detachment, where you observe potential problems without becoming emotionally entangled. Think of worries like clouds passing through the sky of your mind. Acknowledge them, but let them drift away without clinging. Practical exercises. Worry journal. Keep a journal where you write down your worries. For each worry, note whether it's within your control and what action, if any, you can take. Over time, you'll see patterns of unnecessary anxiety and learn to let go of those thoughts more easily. Mindfulness meditation. Regular mindfulness practice helps you observe your thoughts without attachment. When a worry arises during meditation, acknowledge it and then gently bring your focus back to your breath. This trains your mind to release concerns that don't serve you. Set worry time. Designate a specific time each day to address concerns that require planning or action. Outside of that time, remind yourself that you've set aside space for those thoughts, and if a worry arises, make a note to revisit it later. This confines worry to a controlled environment, reducing its impact on your overall mindset. By adopting this principle of not worrying about what you don't need, you cultivate a calmer, more focused state of mind. You learn to channel your energy toward constructive actions and decisions, rather than squandering it on fruitless anxieties. Change is one of the few certainties in life. From shifting circumstances in our personal lives to global events beyond our control, change constantly surrounds us. It's natural to cling to what feels familiar, yet Stoic wisdom encourages us not to resist change, but to embrace it as a catalyst for growth, learning, and resilience. Why is resisting change problematic? When we resist change, we create internal conflict and suffering. Clinging to the past or fighting against the inevitable only prolongs our discomfort and prevents us from adapting to new realities. Resisting change means denying ourselves the opportunities that come with new situations, opportunities to learn, to evolve, and to discover strengths we didn't know we had. How can we practice embracing change? Acknowledge impermanence. Understand that everything is in a state of flux. Just as seasons shift, so do our lives. By internalizing the truth that change is natural, we can approach transitions with openness rather than fear or denial. Shift your perspective. Instead of viewing change as a threat, see it as an opportunity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How might this change benefit me in the long run? This mindset shift can transform anxiety into curiosity and proactive energy. Adapt with grace. When faced with change, focus on what you can control: your attitude and responses. Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminded us that, while we can't control external events, we can control how we interpret and react to them. Approach change as a chance to practice resilience and flexibility. Reflect on past transitions. Recall times when change, though initially uncomfortable, led to positive outcomes or personal growth. This reflection can build confidence in your ability to handle future changes with composure and grace. Practical exercises. Change journal. Start a journal dedicated to moments of change in your life. Write about how each change made you feel, what challenges it brought, and what opportunities it presented. Over time, you'll see patterns of growth emerging from change and build a more positive outlook on transitions. Mindful acceptance. When you sense resistance to a change, pause. Take a deep breath and gently remind yourself that change is a part of life. Practice phrases like, "I welcome change as a chance to grow," or "I can adapt and learn from this," to ease your mind. Visualization. Visualize yourself flowing with the current of life like a river, rather than struggling against it. Imagine the peace and energy you'll feel by moving with change, rather than fighting it. This mental imagery can reinforce a calm, adaptable mindset when real changes occur. By choosing not to resist change, you open yourself up to the myriad possibilities that new circumstances bring. Embracing change allows you to grow stronger, more adaptable and more resilient. Instead of fearing the unknown, you learn to flow with it, using it as a tool for personal development. In the whirlwind of daily tasks, responsibilities, and small crises, it's easy to get so entangled in immediate concerns that we forget the long-term purpose, our core values, and what truly brings meaning to our lives. Stoicism reminds us to periodically step back, zoom out, and see how the pieces of our lives fit into a larger context. Why is the bigger picture important? Focusing solely on the minutiae can lead to burnout, frustration, and a sense of aimlessness. When we lose sight of our overarching goals and values, we risk making decisions that are reactive rather than aligned with our true purpose. Keeping the bigger picture in view ensures that our daily choices contribute meaningfully to our long-term well-being and growth. How can we maintain perspective? Reflect on your values. Regularly revisit what matters most to you. Create a list of your core values: family, growth, integrity, creativity, etc., and use it as a compass for decision-making. This anchors your actions in what truly resonates with your deeper self. Practice memento mori. The Stoics often reflected on mortality, knowing that life is finite, to encourage living fully and purposefully. By reminding yourself that your time is limited, you can prioritize what truly matters and let go of trivial concerns that clutter your life. Regular check-ins. Set aside moments daily, weekly, or monthly for reflection. Ask yourself questions like, am I spending my time on what aligns with my values? Or how do my actions today contribute to my long-term goals? These check-ins help recalibrate your course and ensure you're not drifting off track. Balance detail with purpose. While attention to detail is valuable, don't get so absorbed in the minutiae that you miss the forest for the trees. Balance immediate tasks with a vision of how they connect to your broader aspirations and the life you want to lead. Practical exercises. Life vision statement. Write a vision statement for your life that encapsulates your values, goals, and the legacy you wish to create. Refer to it often, especially when making decisions or facing challenges, to remind yourself of the larger context of your actions. Weekly reflection ritual. At the end of each week, review what you've done and how it aligns with your bigger goals. Celebrate progress, however small, and identify areas where you may have veered off course. This ritual reinforces a habit of living intentionally. Perspective shift. When caught up in a challenging moment, take a step back and ask, will this matter in 5 years? This simple question can put today's struggles into perspective, helping you focus on what's truly important and let go of trivial worries. By not losing sight of the bigger picture, you ensure that your daily life is infused with meaning and direction. This overarching perspective acts as a guide through life's complexities, enabling you to make choices that are aligned with your deepest values and long-term aspirations. As we conclude this 8-part Stoic journey, remember that these principles are not rigid rules, but guiding lights to help you navigate life with wisdom, resilience, and purpose. Stoicism encourages continuous practice. Each principle enriches the other, fostering a balanced and intentional life. By integrating these Stoic don'ts into your daily routine, you build a solid foundation for a calmer, more focused, and fulfilling life in 2025 and beyond. Thank you for joining this transformative journey. Embrace these teachings, reflect on them, and gradually integrate them into your life. May you find strength, peace, and clarity as you move forward, always keeping the bigger picture in view. Stay grounded, keep growing, and live intentionally.